trying to think.
Yes. I have notes for this.
Essentially gave you the recap rundown in the shop earlier today.
I don't have any notes. I don't keep notes.
It's fine, neither do I, but I can at least remember what happened.
Yes. I was trying to remember if we fought the goblins on last session or the session before. It was last session.
It was last session, yeah.
We literally started with it.
Yep, we started by fighting goblins. And we did really well. And we traumatized those goblins.
No, we didn't traumatize them. They fucking died.
Yeah, but they were traumatized before we died. That poor goblin stood next to one that just got obliterated by an Eldritch Blast.
And acid.
And then that same goblin then tried to fight me and died as soon as he hit me. And I still had positive temp HP, so... Anyway, after we fought the goblins, we did meet a guy who I believe his name was Eric.
Yes, Eric.
Yes. He fired off a spell that killed the last goblin, and there was some blue smoldering that Haiton noticed and confronted him about it, and he was like, "What are you talking about? There's no blue flames." I'm like, "Okay."
There's no blue flames in bursting state.
Fuck you.
Basically, nothing else.
So, after that, we all started walking towards, after we collected the goblin ears, of course, we started walking towards the settlement, for which the name escapes me, and...
Moe Village, also known as Wyrm's Crossing.
Wyrm's Crossing, there we go. As we were walking our way there, we somehow just managed to gain an extra day, because we managed to just walk faster than normal, but none of us can explain. Then, once we got there, we went our separate ways with Eric, and we then found the magician who was at the on the first session that Haiton didn't see, so this is hard for me to actually recap now. However, before Eric left, he did tell us that guy was wanted for questioning, so we told him that, and, well, two of us told him that. Two, I believe, were Bergai and Khaos?
Averille, yeah.
Yes. So they're like, okay, we're going to watch your cart as you go and do stuff. And then he fled to town. Then when the rest of the party formed up, Haiton went off to investigate, to ask other people to see where he went. And also communed with his patron to tell her what happened. While the rest went back to the camp. We all met up again. We examined the cart, which... What do I call her? Not Safrina, that's her old character.
Nyla.
Nyla, which Nyla had fixed. And they also found 3 dead imps there, which Haiton didn't want to hold on to, but Nyla did. So we compromised and held on to them. Then...
Compromised, yeah.
So, at one point, Haiton did notice a blue scorch mark, similar to the blue flames that he'd seen earlier. He did cast some spells of Identify and Detect Magic. Over a period, it took him into a rest for him to do that. At which point he noticed a trap in the dead imps, where if their bellies are sliced open, a portal to the hells will open, but that this portal can also be activated remotely. And at this point, most of them were in the bag of holding. So he woke up Nyla to tell her about this. They started to freak out about the implications of this before Eric walked through again and then explained all the goings on between it, and also used Hellfire to incinerate the imps and remove them completely. Before he wandered off. Oh, and he also name dropped the magician as Lucifer. And I think that's about it. I think Haiton was about to go to sleep.
Fair, good. So for that, take a point for inspiration.
Thank you.
Okay.
Did I miss anything?
Nope, you pretty much got everything nailed.
Great!
So,
notes.
As a thing, as people know, obviously, as we have our own homebrew rule for inspiration, before we get actually into the session. Every player, you can hold up to 5 points inspiration. I, as a DM, can hold up to 3. And as we said, every sub/donation that's done during the D&D streams will go towards giving people inspiration, but that goes to the pot. Now, there was a donation during the last D&D session, which equated to 20 spins on the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
So, from those spins, the people get the following amount of inspiration. Saul, you get 3 points of inspiration because you already have 2.
Indeed.
The wheel originally gave you 5. I have taken 1 away. Sorry, 2 away. I have now gotten those points of inspiration. Adam, you get 2 points of inspiration from the wheel.
Yay!
Khaos, you get 2 points of inspiration from the wheel.
Nice.
Kitten, who's not here, gets 3 points of inspiration. Thomsen, you get 4 points of inspiration because you already have 1. Trevor, you get 3 points of inspiration.
Woo!
And then
I was going to say. No, go ahead. It's fine.
I was going to say, and because of this, because the wheel originally gave both Saul and Thomsen 5 points. But from this, it means I've taken 3 points in total away from them. The wheel didn't give me a single point of inspiration. So because they're capped out, their points of inspiration immediately went to me for the sake of the wheel, which means there's no inspiration points in the pot right now. But as a reminder to anyone watching, you can also donate to the stream a minimum of £5, or sub to the stream to take inspiration points away from me as the DM.
Do it.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
So, nowhere on the inspiration points does it say I can recover key points, which is a key attribute of the monk. Can I replace the spell point one for key?
Is that not an ability that resets on a short or long rest type thing?
Technically, I don't get all of them back on like a short or long rest. I just wanted to ask. Just for clarification.
We'll get back to that. I'll look into it between sessions.
Sounds good.
It's something we can possibly add. But yes, so with all that being said and all that sorted out, we'll get this in here. Start. Select campaign. This campaign. Players.
Weren't here.
Yes.
Archivist is now recording.
This call is recorded for training and quality purposes. Right. So, because obviously Kitten is not here to be able to play a character, she is going to be on autopilot for this entire session. So for the sake of it, when it comes to any short, long rest type thing, when it comes to like maintenance on your arms, we can just assume that it's been done. Most of it though, as typical autopilot rules go, she is essentially just a robot following the party. So with that being said, essentially immediately after Eric left, never mind.
She is.
The robot has arrived.
I have summoning powers.
I want to say right now that I apologize for being late and
It's fine, Trevor covered for you.
Don't worry, we just started 5 minutes ago.
I love
Trevor
you guys.
You can love Trevor, he is the one we were waiting on, because he ordered food.
Trevor, I love you. You stalled so I could get a little bit more sleep.
Right, so with that being, now that you're here, quickly, how many points of inspiration do you have, Kitten?
1.
You have 1? Cool. You now have 4. Because of last stream, there was a donation. I had to spin the wheel 20 times. The wheel give you 3 points of inspiration, so you're now on 4.
Please.
Cool. That's all that kept track of.
Lumi, my PC taking forever to load up was just doing Kitten a favor.
Yeah, it's just made us like almost an hour late to D&D. Right, we've just finished recap, just so you know, Kitten, that's literally as far as we've gone. So we're literally going into the session with yourself, Kitten, and Adam. The two of yous, essentially, Eric's just walked off away from you, asked you not to speak about the Hellfire stuff, and we go from there.
Okay. So the real reason why I'm awake is because my dog woke me up, so I will be right back.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The whole reason why I'm even awake is because my dog woke me up.
Lumi, I think my computer's
I'm
having
not
some
gonna
more
lie.
issues.
I would probably still be asleep.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought you were moving today.
No. Okay, so is it quick
Take the dog out and then come back.
Well, I'm on my phone still. I don't have my computer yet. It's still out of commission.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
But
still don't know what I did. Go.
Your D&D session is very important to us. Please hold.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm muting myself real fast.
you can't make this shit up, like.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, but we actively cannot make this
This
shit
is
up.
just our group in a nutshell.
Not sure. I don't think so.
I mean, I've had worse entrances into D&D.
I'm just looking at how empty the map is.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah. I haven't started up the map thing.
Well, it's not going to be empty for Lumen because they can see everyone. But for us players, we can only see what's in our immediate vicinity.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know what you're on about.
Not because I threw you in the toilet.
It's about to say, why am I all the way out in the loo?
Oh, that was you. I did that too, right?
What? Okay, I'm in the shit as well.
I'm okay, I'm in the kitchen.
Dog's been.
Okay, is that you back, Kitten?
Yeah, dog is locked. I am here. I am not awake, though.
Fair. Well, you need to be somewhat awake for a roleplay with Adam.
Hi. What?
What?
Eric, remember that whole thing?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad.
Don't worry.
Trying to make us roleplay right off the bat.
Don't worry, estimated delivery time for my food is 35 minutes, if that makes you feel better.
Oh my god.
Good lord.
Why?
So anyway. Right, okay, roleplay. Me and Kitten, let's do this. Well, now that that shit's been dealt with, I'm going to bed. Good luck on your watch. I'm going to wake up, Bergai.
I mean, he did it.
Yeah. Good luck explaining the missing body still.
You know, the fact that I just woke up is kind of priceless right now. I'm just in character, I guess.
Look, I did all I could for you, like being late to the session, but...
Well, I out of the sleeping bag, I guess just...
And Nyla, just remember, we cannot discuss what happened here.
Okay, just looking at that there, she's like, what?
You just wake up like, what?
Don't worry about it.
I'm just,
Okay.
Alright. I'll wake up and we'll start my watch.
Anything interesting happened while I was asleep?
Good question at all.
Anything interesting happened while I was asleep? As he steps over a scorch mark.
That's new.
Absolutely gonna pretend that's up there. I almost forgot I was playing an Artificer. Hold on. I'm going to take out my Tinker Shoals and just kind of groggily walk up. Give me a second to open my eyes, Nyla.
No problem. Bergai just thinking to himself, I wonder where that scorch mark came from.
I'm just looking at him, looking at the scorch mark, looking at him, looking at the scorch mark. It's better not to ask questions sometimes.
I feel like at this point, Bergai is just wondering, did she try and make something and that was the result?
Most likely.
No, he's more so thinking, I wonder what those two were up to while I was asleep.
Fucking.
Those are not friction burns.
No, exactly. Those are scorch marks, like something was burned here.
I mean,
Then he just looks at the cart, looks at the scorch mark, looks at the cart, looks at the scorch mark. Looks over to Nyla. So I take it the imps are no longer a problem.
in the last you were aware, those imps were in the bag of holding.
Meta gaming.
No, he's just looking at the card like, scorch mark here. They were in the bag. They were in the bag holding last I checked. So why is there a scorch mark? Did they try to burn them?
Because only Nyla and Haiton are aware of the spell that was on the imps. None of the rest of you know about this because that was found out after you all went to bed.
Oh no, I'm aware. That's why he's like. Well, no, I guess the question wouldn't be, so I guess the imps are taken care of. It would be, so what happened to the imps? If there's a scorch mark here, the imps are not in the carriage. Last I checked, they were in your bag of holding. So why is there a scorch mark?
I do not. I'm gonna check my bag of holding.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach in and I'm gonna go for one of the imps.
There is no imps.
You all removed them last session.
Literally at the very end of last session, you had Eric burn them all.
Well, he didn't really give you a choice, he just kind of did it.
I'm waiting for Nyla to start rage baiting Bergai and just be like, what imps? We never had any imps. What are you talking about? Must have dreamt that shit.
My sleep brain does not work playing D&D.
I mean,
I also don't have access. I also don't have access to any of my notes, so it makes it harder.
It is also something that you're essentially getting put on the spot in terms of roleplay right after waking up.
Oh, Lumi's felt like. I don't know what to tell you. Love you, Lumi.
Love you too. Essentially, all you need to remember is in last session, you had Haiton come up to you and tell you about like the fact of there's a spell on the imps that they can summon a portal to hell, and this portal can be activated remotely, or it'll activate if you slice the belly. And you were worried about them being the bag of holding. Trying to figure out what to do, Eric showed up, and at which point examined the imp, asked you to pull out the other imps from the bag of holding, and burnt them in hellfire. So the spell wouldn't activate because it would completely disintegrate them, and then asked yourself and Haiton not to talk about the hellfire to anyone, as being known to be able to cast hellfire is being known to be tied to very evil and dark things. He then walked back off into the bushes, and that's where the last session was ended.
Like an absolutely true hero.
Okay. The point I'm gonna only get Bergai. As far as I remember, that we don't have any of the imps anymore because they were all burned. That scorch mark isn't. I could not even tell you what it's from.
The scorch mark's from the hellfire. Just
No,
you're not going to talk about the hellfire to anyone.
character to me. I think she was saying that character.
I'm just making sure.
So you and Haiton burnt the imps while we were sleeping?
No. Eric burnt the imps before we even went to bed. Because each of those imps were going to fucking blow up at any given chance. So the imps were burnt before we even laid down for the night.
I distinctly remember going to bed while those were in your bag of holding, though. And Eric was here? Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll stop asking questions. He's just gonna sit next to the fire and be like, right, okay, whatever.
I'll give you this kind of little life lesson that I've learned being around the Thieves Guild as long as I have. Sometimes it's better just not to ask questions. It hurts your brain more. Less energy needed.
And, I mean, if Eric's connected, I'll just... I mean, with everything else around him and all that, yeah, no, I'll just stop asking questions.
Now that I'm a bit more awake, let me see your arms as I bring out my teacher's tools.
And he'll start with presenting the right arm, and then after you get done on that, he'll present the left arm.
Okay, now proceed throughout your watch. Do we remember who was taking third watch, if anyone at all?
Isn't this the third watch? Didn't we
take
the third watch?
It is the third watch?
Second watch.
I couldn't remember.
No, that's a third watch because it was. It was you. It was Nyla, then you, then Bergai.
Nyla was specifically with Bergai. Nyla got woke up by Haiton.
Yeah, it was me first.
Oh, okay.
Because I was staying up late, just resting, trying to recover my spells, so that I could cast it one more time before I go to sleep.
Okay, right. I did not realize that.
This was the second watch.
Then once I found out the information I found out, I woke up Nyla, at which point it's coming close to the end of my watch, so I went to bed and woke up Bergai to join Nyla. This is the end of the second watch.
Okay. On track.
So, we don't have to have a third watch, but I remember you guys particularly wanting a third watch because you're in a caravan area.
I'm fine with Averille being the watch.
Because I was meant to be the second watch.
Yeah, that's what I remember too. It's like,
yeah, but things went fuck.
Now it's Averille and didn't you two have the third watch last time?
Yeah.
They did.
So Thomsen and Khaos take the third watch.
Well, are they gonna wake us up actually? Or they're just gonna think, oh, it was third watch, so it's like, when are they waking up? Are you just gonna take a double watch?
Because technically it was meant for them, for Bergai and Kitten to be third watch.
Yeah, because
Yeah. Well,
my
things go to
character's
fuck when you've got
normally up
exploding
early
imp bombs.
anyways. Oh
Hey, Lumi,
boy.
my DM is making even more sense.
After I finish tweaking on Bergai's arms and getting things wrapped up, do you want us to do any checks or anything like that?
No, if it's just general maintenance, no.
Did you want me to do any perception checks or anything like that?
No, things are pretty good here, honestly.
Okay, well, after I finish working on Bergai's arms, then I'm gonna go wake up Averille.
I'll go wake up Hayes.
You wake me up and Super just licks my face like I'm up.
You will both be confused in the fact of you're meant to be second watch and the people on third watch have just woke you up.
Why are you waking me up? I thought I have to wake you up.
Yeah, well, there was kind of a mix-up, so me and Bergai got woken up first.
Hayes.
It's fine. I could use another nap, so...
Now, you saying that as your character or as your person?
Yes.
Lumi, I'm pretty sure it applies to both.
Yes. I'm just gonna kind of put my hand on Averille's shoulder. Just don't think too much of it. Do your best tonight. I'm going back to bed.
Okay.
Everything's been pretty quiet for the most part.
What do you mean for the most part?
Oh, something happened during first watch, but just ignore the burn mark on the ground near the fire.
There's a burn mark?
It's even funnier when she tries to remember he was on first watch. Oh, the guy that only casts water spells. What?
If I think about that right now, I'm getting a headache, so I'm choosing not to.
But yeah, no, just walk over to Hayes, like, push him a bit and be like, hey, Hayes, wake up.
Why are you waking me up?
There was a mix-up in switches. You're on the third watch instead of me.
What happened? And why weren't anybody else woken up then?
Apparently, Haiton woke up Nyla, then he woke me up, and so we were on the second watch, so someone had to take the third watch, and since you wanted the second one originally, I was like, yeah, I'm probably best to wake you.
Completely fair. What has happened? Anything of note?
Not from what I'm aware.
Very cool.
I love how from the
I
brief
get up.
bit of information that the guy's been given, he's the one choosing to keep the fact that Eric was a secret.
I mean, Eric said he shouldn't share, so he's keeping his word. Confusion for the rest of us, though.
But yeah, he's then off to bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Averille just sits at the fire like... I should stop.
Are you doing okay?
So you see the scorch mark there, right?
Yes.
And she points at it. That was first watch. First watch was the guy that casts water spells.
Do you think they played on the imps?
I don't know. I don't want to... My head hurts from thinking about it.
Understandable. I'm gonna go pray and send out a warning.
Sounds good.
The only good option for this party, pray.
Oh O dragon gods of light and dark, I pray to you. I hope you answer one simple question. What fucking crowd have I got mixed up with?
Why am I here? Just to suffer? Nah. So, I'm gonna grab my... Where is it? I remembered it.
Holy symbol?
Yes. I'm gonna grab my holy symbol and I'm just gonna, for lack of better place, I'm just gonna sit up in the cart and look over the camp. So I'm like trying to keep an eye on it while I'm doing the praying.
Averille would actively take care of her weapons.
Okay. Just doing a bit of maintenance and keeping up routines. Your watch goes by uneventful. You get to the point where the sun is rising. It's at this point where if you're wanting an early you can start to hear the rustles of the village as people are setting up market stalls and stuff, rushing about, the chit chat. You can hear the banging of wood on the stalls as they're all setting up. It's soon about to become very lively and very hard to sleep through.
Time to get up, I guess.
Yeah, Bergai would also be an early waking.
I'm gonna recast preservation on all our food again.
I think she would actively still, after doing the thing, just sit there and stare at the scorching marks like, how?
Good morning.
Morning.
She immediately, after like staring at the scorch marks, she looks at Haiton and like, how did you do that? And points at the scorch marks. You use water. How? Because the fire, the embers on the fire didn't seem to move, or the ashes didn't seem to move.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I do.
And I'm gonna cast gust of wind to blow all the ash away.
Yeah, still, the ashes would have moved. More than this.
That's a leveled spell, even.
Yes, but I can cast it once a day without using a spell slot.
Well, the guy just gets out cooking utensils and like starts grabbing things to just make breakfast. Just simple breakfast.
I'm gonna make my 2 sets of sending stones for the day.
Okay. Are you gonna remember to give them out this time?
I'm gonna make 1 set of sending stones, and then I'm gonna make an alchemist jug.
Okay. Raine, what are you doing on this morning?
Probably nothing out of the ordinary. Just get up, get myself sorted, get food. Nothing too fancy.
In terms of your gust of wind, by the way, when you're blowing away the ashes,
it blows into someone's tent.
It doesn't, like, you blow away the ashes of the imps' corpses. There is still a black to bluish scorch mark on the floor of where they are, and it's specifically bluish on the outside of the scorch mark. The center is the black.
Don't worry about it.
I do though.
Whatever cantrips do I have, because I don't want to waste a spell on this shit.
So what happened during the first watch? Did you remove the imps, or what did you do?
The imps are no longer a problem. But that's all I'll say.
How did you avoid triggering the traps in them?
What traps?
The ones that you detected before we went to bed?
By the way, Thomsen has reminded me, you apparently found out about these traps before everyone went to bed?
No, I didn't.
You used detect magic to...
I used detect magic because... Okay. So I used detect magic to realize that there was magic. Then I used identify on the scorch mark, and then I had to wait until pretty much it was in my watch before I could reuse identify again, but this time on the corpses.
Because we were talking about, like, before we went to bed about, like, well, we made a ticking time bomb with putting them into the
was that not with him
bag
and
of holding?
Nyla,
No, that was me and Nyla talking about that after I woke her up.
As a group, we talked about it, but as the players, it wasn't as the characters.
Yeah,
I'll get up later.
As characters, you weren't told yet. And me and Nyla were told not to talk about it.
I mean, no, it's just like, I know in my notes that I'm just like, send message. Imps are traps, do not cut open.
Yeah, I remember that as well, that he had to send a message for that.
Unless we started at the wrong place and we'd already woken them up for their next watch and told them.
Maybe?
I was not awake last session, I can tell you that much.
Look, I've not had time to review last session. In the sense of actually looking back at where we should be starting. This is just what's happening. People know that the imps were trapped. We'll just say that.
Okay. Well, at this point, I'll make it clear that there were traps in there, just in case they weren't told. And now they're dealt with. They're not a problem anymore. The imps that we had, anyway.
Huh.
At this point, I would like Bergai to roll me an intelligence check, please. Flat intelligence.
I think I'll just use my normal... Wait, no, not normal human inspiration. I don't have that anymore, right?
I'm not gonna lie.
No, you get that back up every long rest.
No, that was counted into the 5.
That was counted into the 5. Yes. So he has 5 points that he could just reroll
it. I'll re-roll it. Why not?
Okay.
So roll again. Take the new roll. 12.
12. That's enough to start. Not Eureka, but you can start piecing some stuff from what you were told of, like, imps were trapped. They're now dealt with, and you were told by Nyla Eric was here last night.
Yep.
So you could start putting pieces together.
Yeah. Man, he's just gonna continue cooking and just not say anything. He knows better than to question Eric showing up. He tried that last time, didn't work out.
The rest of the party's in confusion. Okay. So is anyone wanting to press anyone with the questions or continue with the day?
I will continue with the day.
Let's continue with the day. I don't want to have a week. Let's continue.
Thomsen?
Yeah, Bergai gives breakfast out to like everyone who wants it. For those who want coffee or tea, there's coffee or tea.
Thomsen, are you wishing to press any more questions about these scorch marks, or?
Nah, I'm completely out of it.
Okay.
I said I have no idea what we know and don't know, so I am not going to do anything.
Okay. Don't worry, it's been a very confusing start to the start of this session. I'm sure the AI is confused as we are. Did someone just
And
leave?
Kitten is gone.
Pepperoni,
Lost
pepperoni.
There we go. Okay. So as you finish eating your breakfast and stuff, you... By this point, the market is starting to become lively. You hear the sound of traders shouting towards each other, willing to trade goods for goods, as well as people that are passing by, trying to pull them in for the various goods that they are selling. There's almost anything that is anything can be found here.
By the way, before like the caravans around us would have woken up, Bergai would have put on his cloak to hide his arms.
Yep. At this point, you know that you're wanting to adventure north to get to the Galvantic region. You know it's about a 2-day travel on foot to the forest area, which is the start of the region, and it's a bit of further travel to actually get to the city. However, you do now have a horse and carriage that is not being used, that a magician ran away from.
We have a cart now. Let's lose it. Find his keepers.
Might as well use the cart. It'll be easier to store provisions and everything. Or whatever else we may stumble upon.
I mean, using the cart makes sense, right?
We fixed it up. It has an animal. Yeah, let's use it.
Feel free to add to your party inventory a horse and carriage.
Who wants to do that?
Item?
I believe so. It may be a creature, someone can add it in, like...
Yeah, I'll try now.
I know I got it added in
I
on
only see
the last
horses.
campaign.
Whoops, that was...
Yeah, I only see horses.
No, there's a carriage in there now.
Alright, cool.
Right. Is there anything else you wish to do in the city before setting off?
Before we do...
I would like to check if there's any food in the carriage for the horses at all. Otherwise, I'm gonna go walk over and buy some food for the horses.
Lumi, how many horses, and is it are there draft horses or riding horses?
A draft one's meant for pulling, right?
Yeah, they're the big, strong ones.
Yeah, one draft horse.
Guys, BRB.
No problem. Yeah, I remember specifically saying last time there was one horse. It's a draft horse. In terms of answering your question, Saul, there's probably barely scraping 2 days worth of hay in there for it.
Gonna go buy some fresh.
Okay. Cool, I don't have that tab opened. PDFs. Shops. Is there hay in here? If not, we'll just find something that's similar to price. Fetching, temple, faith, transportation. Carriage fee. You can get 4 days worth of feed for every gold you spend.
I'm just gonna throw 2 gold on the table and be like, I'd like 8 days worth.
You get 8 days worth of feed for your 2 gold.
Cool. And then I'll just bring them back to the carriage and just plop it in the back. Oh, that's food for the horses.
For the horse, yeah.
Yes, horse.
Horse.
1 horse.
Sorry, just quickly, really funny. On my sheet, I can sell you an elephant.
I'm sorry. How much is a fucking elephant?
An elephant is 200 gold.
Good lord.
I know what I'm saving up for.
Okay.
My question is, what are you going to use it for?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It moves at 40 feet per turn. It is Bergai walks as fast as an elephant.
Certainly. He's going to get faster.
To be fair, elephant has the height advantage.
Yes,
it's also
that
got
is
the
true.
weight advantage at 132 pounds. Sorry, 1,320 pounds.
Good lord.
Don't worry about what I would do with an elephant. Just know I want an elephant.
She's an artificer. She could do whatever she wants with an elephant.
He builds
Right.
the elephant some armor.
I just look at everyone and I go, so anyone here experienced in how to control a horse on the road?
No, I know how to use them on a farm, but not on a road. I don't use carts normally.
When you lived in the city for you couldn't put up a tail.
What?
Sorry, I could not hear you. Please try that again.
Sad. When you live in the city as long as I have, you pick up a thing or two.
Alright.
I'm better at riding seahorses.
I was about to say the same.
Are they the
So
same
Nyla,
thing?
you want to join me up front? Then we can essentially switch controlling the horse.
That's fine.
Okay. Do you set off?
If everyone's ready.
Averille hops into the cart. So we want that.
I'm just gonna do a final walk around the camp. Make sure we got everything.
Am I the only one that has issues when Kitten's talking? To understand what she's saying?
You're the only one. Kitten is very much breaking in and out, but that was the same for me last session as well. It's just it's the phone.
Yeah, hold on a second.
By the way, I see Thomsen's deafened.
I think he might be watching the last session to figure out what the hell was going on with the watch.
Ah, gotcha.
But I also know he's suffering from a migraine.
Ah, fair enough.
Yes.
Hello.
Testing.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Is it working better now?
Oh, a lot better. That's so much more clear. Hello.
I restarted all my apps and reset my internet. So hopefully that was what it needed. My phone wasn't awake this morning either. It wasn't
Fair.
ready for this.
It was also steep.
It very much was. Fuck, I can't even remember what I was being addressed about.
Ask about people ready to go and stuff, and you were making a comment.
I promise
I think the
I
comment
have
was
a brain
about
event.
being in, to sit in front with Bergai. That was the comment.
When you've been in the city for as long as you have was the last comment you properly made.
No, that was the last
Kitten-
comment I made, but I said something else and nobody could hear me.
Kitten was on about taking a round around the camp to check if we got everything.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes, I was gonna walk around the camp one last time, make sure everything was gotten.
Right, that's what we didn't pick up on. Got you. Yeah, so everything's grabbed. It's all packed up. And I've just had confirmation from Thomsen he's indeed watching the last stream to try and figure out what the hell was going on with the watch. Okay, so just real quick, Thomsen's giving confirmation. He did learn of the spell on the imps after he started his watch, but we knew something was up with the imps beforehand. So that's that cleared up.
Yeah.
Anyway, you've now been told there was bombs there, just a thing. Essentially. So, you set off. You make your leave of Moe Village, heading north, towards the forest of the Gavantic region. Now, this is probably the second biggest forest, if not the biggest forest in all of Draconia, most compact. As much as there are little forests here and there, these are just one of the only ones that's worth marking a map and stuff.
By the way, when we're about an hour away, like out from Moye, you'll see Bergai, just his face almost green, be like, "Can you take over?" Just turns to the side.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I see you were coming to
Do
this.
we need to take a break?
I will do the awkward crawl into the the seat. Like the excuse me, I'm here, excuse me.
Do we need to take a break?
As I sit in the seat and take the reins.
Just continue.
Are you sure you're gonna be okay?
Yes, I'll be fine.
I think I will just empties out her mask kit and hands it to him like to warm it in, so it doesn't splatter. Then he can throw it in here.
I wonder if I have something for this. Hold on, I might have a thing.
Oh.
Because of a thing.
I might have a thing because of a thing.
By the way, sorry for anyone in stream getting triggered by that. That wasn't the plan.
Our little Bergai is car sick. Got it.
He's really committing to the fact of he's an Natsu.
Yeah,
He
is.
Gets motion sickness.
Blah, blah, blah.
As she looks
Good
and
to
looks.
finally eat something. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I just...
First thing I've had today. Ugh.
Are you for real?
Yes. Very much for real. Thanks for asking.
Okay, I don't have anything for this now, but I will keep this in mind. And I'm gonna be doing something next time we stop.
To be fair, if he gets if you are committing to the fact that you get motion sickness, it will mean Averille is aware of your motion sickness, as you would have got motion sick
Yeah,
on the boat.
That's why she hands him immediately the meskit, like here. And then she just looks at you. Remember, you cleaning the meskit after this. Again.
Yep, more.
And she just pats his back.
So,
Well,
I want Nyla to give me an animal handling check, please.
yes. If I can fucking find it. Here it is. 16.
16, okay. You go at a good pace. Maybe a little bit faster than normal. You manage to control them. During the travels of the cart, at any point, people can feel free to speak up if they want to have conversations in the cart, by the way. During your travels of leaving Moe village, heading towards the forest, you will pass some adventurers, party of 5, walking back, feeling really proud of themselves, with like wolf pelts and stuff. You'll hear conversations about hunting in the forests and that for them. The guild will be happy. People clearly on a quest.
I'm waiting for that I'm waiting for that one little asshole to turn around and be like, "Boss wankers!"
I'm gonna kind of, like, not say anything while we're next to them, but once we're away from them, I'm gonna kind of talk back to everybody else. Oh, the joys of only having the job of getting wolf pelts. They have no idea what other people are doing.
Hunting is a rewarding job. What do you mean?
Yeah, don't be pretentious.
It's not it's not that per se. It's just I don't understand how some people can be so happy knowing the world is falling apart.
Might
Literally.
they not know that? That might be an option as well. They might be from a small village. If it just happens to towns, they don't know about it. They might have been on the roads. We cannot assume that everyone knows the world is falling apart.
Even if the world is falling apart, some people decide to look on the bright side at all times. You can only respect them.
People
I guess you
handle
can call me.
People handle situations differently. Sometimes it's better just to look for the good in the world when it's falling apart.
Don't talk. Just focus on breathing. We went through that. The last few times we went through that. You need to breathe.
I feel like at this point, Seraph is just going to back off from Bergai and then just fly off into the sky. And just be like, "You dick, don't leave me with this."
That's why Averille sits now behind Bergai to just pat his back like, just breathe, man. We went through this for a lot of weeks.
To be precise, that boat travel was like between 3 to 5 weeks of travel.
But at some point he would have gotten used to it.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That is a specific quirk he's taking.
Oh god.
No, they just tied him to the back of the boat. So he just keep throwing up into the sea.
You know what? Time to the front of the boat.
No, because then you sail into it.
Wow, that's true.
It's in the water, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but someone has to clean the boat.
The water will clean the boat.
The boat's literally stained with sick, cleaned with water, stained with sick, cleaned with water.
So where did the boat sail? Well, there's a lot of sick in the ocean. Should we follow it?
They've stolen Bergai and they've went on a boat. Oh, don't worry, we'll find them.
Bergai was tied up and thrown on the boat. Omens. The vomiting sound is from there.
The nutritional content of the sea has gotten greater now, so now there's more fish.
You will, during your travels, you'll also see various other groups. Some of them are adventurers. Some look like they're just generic people just trying to travel. I'm going to ask everyone to roll perception, and the roll I'm going to look for is I want a 16 or higher.
Okay.
That's about 20.
I'm using one of my inspirations.
I am
Is 19 okay?
I think I'll be.
That's a natural 20.
Jesus fuck, guys!
Pretty sure I'll be doing that at disadvantage while throwing up in the bag.
You're at disadvantage.
You're inspecting the bag. Not the enemy.
Still rolls good. What is this?
What are these fucking rolls? They're nuts.
I'll have you know.
Only me and Raine fail.
I feel about 1.
Also,
So-
the only reason I succeed is because I have +5 to perception. I rolled a 14.
I have +0.
Okay. The nat 20's not going to matter, honestly, really, at all here. Except that you'll make out a finer detail than everyone else.
He's got good peepers.
So, everyone that's not Averille and Raine, you two don't see this. Everyone else does. Quite a few of the adventurers that you're passing, and specifically adventurers that I'm talking about here, you notice they're all very, at least the ones that seem close to each other, they all seem to be wearing the same necklace. For our two nat 20s, that is Nyla and Haiton, you'll be able to make out the details of said necklace, and it being that of the symbol of the symbol of Narukami.
Okay.
And that's something I'm pretty familiar with. So
Narukami is obviously she's the dragon god that rules over the Gavantic region from the city of Cray. You will know enough to know the fact of that Narukami died a very long time ago, and I say died in the sense her body no longer exists, her soul exists inside a now demigod human that looks after Cray in her place. I would say that both of you would also know, due to Thieves Guild connections as well as military stuff background. It's generally seen as a tradition in the city of Cray that all new adventurers that leave there, where Cray is their home, any new adventurers that seek out a life of adventure get given one of these necklaces as a token to remember home, so no matter where they go.
That's wholesome.
you're just gonna hear Nyla giggling up in the front. And not a sadistic giggle, it's just a genuinely cheerful giggle.
See, I thought you were going to have the same idea that I was having, which is to choose, I don't know if it would be thaumaturgy or prestidigitation. I think it might be thaumaturgy. Yeah, no, it's prestidigitation. To make one of those necklaces change to look like one of the other dragon gods' symbol.
Oh, that's a bitch move.
I'm not going to do it, it's just a thought.
I feel like if you do it to somebody, they would know.
Yeah.
Okay.
With some of these groups as well, I'll point out as well, during the as with the perception, and that you'll pick up on some conversations where some of them are wishing they were back in Cray. They seen Zorus coming back. Would have loved to have been home to see him come home. Would love for him to see us off and things. Clearly, they had already set off before his return.
Yep. Then they have no information that is of value to us.
How much suffering on a scale of 1 to 10 is Bergai on?
Tell you what, Bergai, roll me a d20. Just a flat
Also,
d20.
Sure thing.
I'm curious to know
That's
the
an
level
actual one.
He's fucked.
You look
That's
over
right,
at
Averille,
Bergai to like, how's he doing? And he is like literally hands on the side of this cart, head over, and not only can you hear the sound from his throat, like his whole mouth violently going, it's so violently leaving his mouth, you can hear it hit the floor.
That's a new record, by the way.
I'm just going to start casting a spell on him. Don't think it's going to work, but anything will help at this point.
Just starts casting Spare the Dying. I don't know if it'll help, but maybe it'll do something.
I'll look back to everybody else. Who else is decent with handling animals? Who thinks they can actually drive this carriage? I've got to do something for him.
Nah, you're doing fine up there.
Would you want to take the reins so I can help Bergai?
And switch positions.
Literally just... My wings just flutter and I, gliding myself to the back of the carriage.
But guy was sitting next to you, by the way.
Yeah, the guy was right next to you at the front.
Originally, yes.
I'd imagine, honestly, I'd imagine at some point he did probably get himself towards into the back.
Oh, he did.
So, yeah.
I'm going to the back where there's a little bit of space on the side. This is a part of me I haven't told you guys about yet, and I haven't had a reason to, and I guess now's the reason. I don't just tinker on mechanics. I'm also an alchemist. As I bring out my alchemist kit.
Okay.
Oh.
Where is it? Because I have... I have a thing called experimental elixirs.
But guy is gonna be a test dummy.
Well, yes and no, yes and no, yes and no, but still. It says after a long rest while holding alchemist supplies, you can use the tools to magically produce 2 elixirs. When someone drinks the elixir, roll an experimental elixir table for the effect. Now, I understand that's that, but could I use my alchemist supplies to create like a nausea thing for Bergai?
You could certainly try with stuff you've got on you. What? It's an intelligence. Okay. So, roll me an intelligence check, but add your proficiency. So, looking at your sheet, you're going to be doing a d20 plus 3. Because you are proficient with
Are we driving on the side of the road or like through the middle?
on the side.
Okay. And what side is he barfing over? Is it on the adventurers?
No.
So with the
No.
I think he would avoid them.
Because I want this to succeed so fucking bad, I am going to use one of my lucky points to give me advantage.
Okay.
No, I could also just cast sleep to him, then he can fall asleep and not throw up for 1 minute.
The only
So
other
this
thing
is
I
going-
can do, the only other thing I can do for him is cast Dragon's Breath. So every time he throws up, he shoots out ice.
No, no.
So that
And I have crit
is
destroy water. I can make that liquid again.
a 10 and a 3, so that's 11, so that's 13 total.
Yes, because the plus 2 didn't get there. So, okay. You managed to identify some ingredients that you have that you could make a potion that could maybe help. You know you're not going to be able to make it instantly. You, for the sake of experimentation and the speed you're trying to do, you don't make a full vial straight away. You make a very much smaller vial that you could do a lot quicker. You will succeed in making a small singular dose in the space of an hour. You are not sure if this dose will do the acquired effect.
I'll kind of, as I'm finishing up and putting a cork on the bottle and giving it a final shake. I don't know how well it's going to work because I had to kind of speed up the process. But you're willing, if you're wanting to try and have some kind of relief, maybe this will help.
He just looks at you. He just looks at you like, and just nods.
As my father once said, it's not a good idea to show all your cards before you get to know the people around you. So I didn't tell you guys I could do this.
That is fair.
Do you take the vial? Like, I don't mean do you take it off, I mean do you actually take it, do you consume it?
Yes.
Can I consume it?
I consume the contents of the vial.
No, I mean, can he consume it when he's throwing up violently over the side?
Certainly try.
He does his goddamn best. Like you find like a moment, like just after you can feel a bit of bath coming and like it calms down, breathing. Like you find like this is the moment, now or never. You just undo the cork, back it as neck the single dose. After consuming it, your stomach feels like it's somersaulting for about 5 minutes. Like it feels like it's maybe got a little bit worse. And all of a sudden, everything just calms. For the next 2 hours with that singular dose, you will no longer feel the need to throw up.
Woo!
How are you feeling, Bergai?
Much better. Much better.
At least I know I got the recipe right. I'll just have to work better on the strength and making more of it. Seems like we're gonna need it. Looks like you're my guinea pig on more than one occasion. Anything else you'd like to test my talents on?
I think that's enough for the moment.
You got a door that needs picking? I'll show you I can do that too.
No, I don't believe I do.
I start putting all the corks back on my bottles and start putting my alchemist supplies away.
Okay.
And with like peace and quiet, he'll just sit there like, Just relax for a bit.
Oh, it's nice to hear not vomit on a vehicle.
That makes two of us.
I guess being one of many talents is always a good thing.
Okay.
Indeed.
I'd say through the course of these events and stuff, with the little bit of speed up, you've maybe got about 3 hours left before feeling the need to camp. And it's at this point you reach the forest. I know I said 2-day travel, just to remind people, horse and carriage is half's travel time. So I said 2 days on foot. You're reaching the back end of this day, you've reached the forest.
Yeah.
It's on your travel of the road and stuff, there's obviously been a couple of trees, little areas you could camp in along the way. This is a very dense forest. To Averille, it would almost feel like a sense of home with how dense it is.
Nice.
It's also roughly about the point you reach the forest. It'd be roughly, that'd be the 2-hour mark afterwards where the potion's wearing off.
I would say it's a good point. We put a rest on, and she stops the carriage and immediately helps him off.
I'll park the carriage a bit better.
Yeah, my plan was to get him off the carriage so he doesn't start vomiting again.
At least that potion helped for a little bit, and now that I know what I'm doing for that, it'll be better next time.
At this point, you've just got to kind of make the decision as a group. So like say you've just reached the forest. If you want to wish to travel in a little bit to camp, or camp on the outside of it.
I'd rather camp on the outside of it. If something's gonna happen, I'd rather be able to see it and not try and pick through trees. Then we can spend the entire day tomorrow traveling through the forest.
So while we are setting up, because it would be the best to camp outside, because if we go inside, we are more likely to be attacked by animals.
No, we'll stay on the outside. As Averille is helping Bergai off the cart so he doesn't turn into a puke fountain again. I will pull the carriage around off the road and start getting things set up for camp.
So what are these ingredients you need for this potion? Can they be found nearby?
Yeah, because otherwise this is going to be an exceeding problem. You see Raine just staring at him with a bit of concern.
Well, with the ingredients I use and how much I use, I still have enough to make at least a couple more of those single doses. At some point, I would have to get a resupply.
By the way, when it comes to stuff like this, I'm giving you guys full control if you want to say you found it in the forest or whatever. So.
Yeah, because Averille would trying to find certain herbs that she knows helps with motion sickness. But you have to chew them and eat them before we set onto the carriage.
As long as you can describe to Haiton what it is he's looking for, you can send Seraph into the sky to get an aerial view to try and find it.
Well,
to point out, you've still got about 2-3 hours left before nightfall really kicks in type thing, so you've got time to search if you want.
One of the main things I need is rosemary and mint. You can find those for me, that'd be perfect. I have plenty of the other ingredients, I'm just running low on those.
So we're now in the Galvantic region proper,
You are literally at the start of the forest. is the start of it, like the thing. So you were literally at the cross point.
Okay, cool.
Like if you were to step into the forest, you're in the Galvantic region. Being outside the forest where you are, you're technically still in the Dusk region.
Okay, so I was thinking to myself, where would that kind of stuff actually exist? I was like, oh wait, no, I shouldn't be deciding that. My character should be by his survival rating, which is 0. So yeah, he's just gonna send that fucking dragon straight into the forest, just looking for it.
Can I help him with trying to figure out what he's looking for?
Sure.
While he looks through that? Because I do have
Yeah.
+3 to survival.
Yeah, she would try and forage things
So
as well.
since you're foraging, you're gonna do your own survival roll. Since Raine is helping Haiton, Haiton is gonna do a survival roll with advantage.
Okay. Advantage roll.
Would you say because I'm a
17.
ranger, I could do nature as well because I know nature the best? Because I grew up around
Yeah,
forests?
I would let you do either or. Yeah, and you know what? Just because it's also the territory is very similar to your home, I would also let you roll with advantage.
So I can do nature with advantage.
Yes.
I rolled double 5s.
Yep.
That is, I would like to do a reroll because I have still an X. I hate that. I just reroll 1 dice, right?
Yeah, it's
right?
1 dice.
Better,
Funny.
not good.
It's better. Okay.
I hate that I rolled double 5s.
That
The
is
thing is,
fine.
I already changed my dice. I already changed my dice twice at this point.
That is
The
fantastic.
game just said no.
I was going off the excuse that Hayton's more used to water-based plant life and not land-based, so he doesn't have a fucking clue what he's really looking for. He rolled higher
The
than me.
dice actively don't like me.
So,
Anyways,
between the two of you, you do find plenty of what you need. More so on Hayton's part. Every now and then, when you're like kind of rummaging through the forest and stuff, you'll see like, what's the pseudo dragon's name again?
Seraph.
Seraph. You'll see Seraph just kind of circle a small little area for you to kind of go to and rummage and stuff. Every now and then on your way to like where Seraph is circling, you find your own things as well to gather up. You find more stuff thanks to Seraph though. In the space of, we'll say that took you maybe an hour, you managed to gather plenty of herbs and stuff needed for these potions.
while these things are going out, like, looking around for herbs and stuff, you guys literally just gonna, like, feel the energy of the land to see, like, if there's, like, a nexus point between the two regions where, like, they meet?
You give me Arcana.
I'm still mad that every time I try to do something fitting to her character, I roll shit.
I tried to help you. I give you advantage.
I know.
Arcana. Let's see. Then can he actually feel the burning energy? 10.
Okay, a 10.
It's as good as a guess.
So I want you to
As a guess for a
describe
plus
specifically
0.
which areas are you feeling, and the specific goal you're going for.
Essentially, he's trying to, like, find the cross point between the Dusk region and the Galvantic region to sort of sit on top of where they meet to absorb both draconic energies, like, simultaneously,
Okay.
revitalizing himself from two regions.
So you
at
are
once.
like kind of like going to one area, putting your hand down, walking somewhere else, put your
Yeah.
hand down type thing to feel.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
essentially mark out the area, but with the use of draconic energy compared to magic.
Okay. So
I am fine expending resources as I do have focus points to spend.
No, that's fine. It's just, so with a 10, while in the dusk region, you like put your hand down to try and feel the energies, and you kind of struggle a bit. Like, you can feel a faint bit of energy, but it's so faint you're not quite sure if this is the draconic energy of the land, if this is the natural ley lines of the land. Like, you can tell there's magicalness there, but you're not quite sure what it's corresponding to. When you walk in the forest and put your hand down in the Golvantic side, the hand that touches the floor, you suddenly feel your arm charging and getting brighter, to the point where it's a slight stinginess, and just as before it reaches painful, you raise your arm up.
Wonder why that is.
Inbuilt flashlight. Oh, lanterns. Fancy.
For a brief moment, to anyone that could see you, you are a bright fucking torch.
Are you good over there?
I think so. That's probably because the arms were originally created using this magic, or cunning energy.
Okay.
While his
That's
arms are
disgusting.
going bright, I'm like grabbing my Tinker's tools and rushing over there. As I am scurrying over there, I'm trying to get my bubble goggles on.
Let me look.
Yes, let me look.
And
It's
just for clarification, it's his left arm that touched the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna give you the option, if you wish to try and put your hand down again, if you want to try and experiment this further, or if you're just going to leave it.
Oh, he will try and experiment this further.
Oh god.
He
You
is intrigued.
literally, so as Nyla gets next to you, you kind of like put your hand out like, wait, just be ready. Put your left hand down again, and immediately the moment it kind of touches and you feel the channel slightly, again your arm starts flaring, going. You push past the pain bit, and at this point, we're going to
Roll initiative. Yay.
I want you to do a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Oh boy.
It's not bad.
Okay. You succeed. You feel immense power going into your arms. You choose to keep your hand there, try and push further, or do you lift up?
Oh no, he's quite happy lifting up there.
Okay. Upon examining his arms, Nyla, well, his arm, because there's only one, you can instantly tell, like, the gear movements and the piston movements, where they're like all been like acting normal, the energy has just been kind of like a nice steady pace. They're all just like how the media would describe an ADHD child bouncing off the walls type thing, where it's immediately like going.
So they turn into jet engines.
Essentially, you would know this state of the arms from the blueprints as overclock.
Oh boy. Wait, now I gotta go find that stuff. Shit.
He succeeded in his role, so there's nothing bad happening.
Okay, because as soon as I was worried that was that. I was worried about that.
You made it freak out, Lumi. God damn it.
That was the goal.
She was
You
like, oh
don't
god, I have to fix it.
When I say I know everything, I know everything. Yes, there was slight panic. There's so much panic, I sat up. I was laying down.
She knows what can happen if he fails the overclock check.
Yes, I do, and it's not fun.
Oh dear, Lumi, can't believe you're doing this to her.
Alright. At this point, as Bergai is looking at Nyla, Nyla has the face of utter distress. Instant panic swept over, and it's just distress now. And she's just gonna look at you, Bergai, forgive me, and start, like, checking every part of you. Like, lifting your hair up to check your ears, grabbing your nose and tilting your head up to check your nose. Like, everything. Not every inch, but mostly. That is how panicked she is.
The guy's just sitting there, what's my foot got to do with my arms?
When did this turn into a physical examination?
Hello, I am your GP today. My name is Nyla.
I had to make sure you were okay.
I feel great.
Don't do that again.
Like, the only way you can describe this state, by the way, is you feel pure power.
Yeah, no, like, literally just feels amazing, honestly.
Honestly, it would feel similar to the power you had before you lost your arms.
I guess I have to start explaining that part of your arms.
It seems like back then, and he just sort of closes his eyes and just essentially analyzes his own internal energy to see what the hell happened.
Focusing on your inner chi and stuff, your entire, like, actual flesh parts, like body and stuff, all feel fine. The connection to your right arm feels stable. It feels no different than before. To your left arm, though, the energy channels going through that, you can feel in your own chakra. It's going haywire. A very similar feeling to, like, if you were in the middle of a fight. Like, just on pure adrenaline kind of basis.
Okay, I'm gonna let that arm chill for a bit. Wait, no, actually, and I'm gonna hurt the trees. You know what? The air will do, and he just takes his arm into the air.
Are you releasing one of your air things?
He's just like doing a punch, but essentially just focusing on like essentially the energy that's going to haywire, trying to like sort of channel some of it, but in a controlled amount.
Okay. As you go to do this, I want another Constitution saving throw, please. And as you're sitting there, like, kind of pulling it back, like, looking like you're in a meditating state, and, like, at the very last moment, kind of taking this combat to release your punch, you can just heal a Nyla. Just, no.
I have a question.
Then I am gonna reroll.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Didn't you say you were doing this in the forest?
Yep, he's in the forest.
Please tell me he didn't. Please tell me he didn't hit my dragon.
No. You would be on your way back at this point. They're doing this while you were a thing.
Okay.
I'm definitely re-rolling that, because fuck no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So much better.
How many
Right.
times am I allowed to do this?
Wait,
Once per roll?
Technically, to not abuse it is only once per roll.
Right.
God, Soul, what the fuck have you done?
What the hell did I do?
Okay.
And now there is no forest.
There is no soul would be closer probably to the term.
Just see his arm just detach
You
and
know
go
what?
up into the sky.
Because I could technically roll a dice for this. I could roll a d4.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Or I could also manually pick, depending on the situation, is how I would deem this. And Kitten can attest to this, because that's what she also sees.
you did it right.
I'm going to actually manually choose, because I feel like this situation, the situation fits best for this one. You have now
I think I
triggered
know.
what we call overclock risk, conduit feedback.
Oh god.
As your arm full on reaches up and punches, instead of like the energy discharging in the way you would, the entire energy flow overcharges and violently from your arm almost right into the joint connection feedbacks into you, sparking out from your arm and the joints into your own body. Please
Roll a new character.
sure did. No. You are about to take thunder damage, and it will ignore all resistances.
Okay.
Until you take, for the sake of this, because this was done outside of combat, until you've taken a long rest, any additional thunder or lightning damage that your arms could do, they can no longer do, as they are going to go into a slight dormant state of bare movement. And I'm going to roll your damage. Roll to everyone. You will take 8 thunder damage.
Fuck.
Damn.
He essentially just said, like, no, that's not how that's supposed to feel. Up to the ground.
Reminding
Ow.
yourself you still need to build up to get used to this energy again. As much as it felt like before, it's not the same as before.
Roger, still yet?
Nyla's just gonna cross her arms, walk up to Bergai, and look down at him on the ground. Didn't I tell you not to do that again?
To be fair, you told me not to try and do the thing with the ground again.
I hold out a hand towards Bergai. Get up.
Which
Take it
arm do you
off.
reach out to be picked up with, the guy?
The right one.
The ride.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I am reaching for that right arm. I am not touching the left one.
When you... It's at roughly this point, Averille will be making their return with the pseudo-dragon above head, and Haiton will be coming out of his vision of the familiar.
Happened.
As you guys are walking up, you just see me throwing him over my throwing his arm over my shoulder.
I would say in the
As
forest
I'm
in the
helping him
distance, you
back
would
to
have just
camp.
seen sparks in that general direction, by the way. You would have been close enough to see a little bit of a light show.
As I'm putting his arm around my shoulder, trying to give him a little bit of leverage. Because that hurt. I know that hurt.
It hurt. Alright.
Listen, I only want to explain it once, so I'll wait till everybody's back at camp and I'll explain. And I think out of everybody, I really do owe this explanation to Bergai now, because what you saw, you need to be careful of. But I don't want to say it several different times. I just want to say it all at once, as I'm kind of helping him hobble back to camp.
For when you make note of it, if you go to look, his right arm looks pretty normal, bright as usual. His left arm, the energy channeling through it, is barely there, very dim. Just enough to kind of move the arm.
Do you require any healing, or will you be fine?
It's rest, that thing that'll do it. I don't feel quite hurt.
Yeah, there are reasons why that hurt.
Yeah, but
At this point, literally Haiton comes back into his own vision just to see a somehow injured Bergai.
never had my own energy do that to myself. Good lord.
What did you do?
Something
well,
I thought that is my job.
he didn't listen when I said don't do something.
So did
I
you
thought
beat him
that's
up?
my job.
No. All right. As I kind of help him sit down somewhere, you understand where the energy from your arms comes from.
Yep.
Okay. Do you understand the severity of how much power that actually is?
It would seem not.
I pull out the blueprints and I turn the pages to the overclock section and I set it down in his lap. Your arms have a way of telling you when you are doing too much.
And I take it that was it.
Call it a very painful recognition of what you're doing.
You will also
Did
make
you-
note out of all of the 3 possible overclocks that can happen at this current moment. You will make note of what happened to him is he got away lightly. It is probably
Yes.
the least severe one.
I just kind of cross my arms and look at him. There's a multitude of things that can happen. Did you have any weird feeling before the energy went off?
Honestly, all I felt was just... Well, I did check my internal energy. The energy in my left arm felt like it was going haywire. Other than that, though, it sort of felt like the power I had back before I lost my arms. And the moment, and myself getting the better of it, I thought it a good idea to try one of my old moves again, which clearly it wasn't.
Well,
Can't
I'll
lay
let
it
you
on the
know
head.
now that with all the consequences that can happen, you got off lightly.
Yeah, Averille gives you a gentle hit on the head.
What that's called is it's called overclocking. It's your arm's natural response for when you're doing too much. When there's too much power that they can't handle it.
Huh.
Gonna have to take it a little slow on the power punches. Too many of those, and it'll get harder and harder to control the power in them. This is where you have to understand your own limits.
Right.
So, to describe
Like
this in
I
game
told
mechanic
you
terms, essentially, when I've been asking for Constitution saving throws, when he says about getting harder and harder to explain this, it starts at a flat DC. For every check throughout the day in between long rests, a +1 gets added.
Gotcha.
It was the best way to explain it in character.
Oh no, it's the best way to explain in character. 100%. I agree with what you said. I'm not disagreeing. I was just to explain it in game mechanic terms. The DC gets harder per long rest every time you go into overclock between long rests.
Gotcha.
So, when I tell you, don't do that again, probably don't do that again.
You should do that again.
No, and he takes his left arm and just goes, no, and points at you.
Yeah, let's not put that arm down.
Okay. Guess I'm not cooking today.
I grab my tinker's tools and kind of look around in the left arm, not really touching anything, but more of just trying to get an understanding of what's happened now.
So with the blueprints and stuff and that and the understanding, you will be able to see it's the conduit that kind of did the fail here. So you're able to establish that it was the feedback happening. You also check the... so this was just a normal conduit. You check the wind conduit and you also check the storm core because of other potentials. They look fine. You also overlook the slot that there's a thing you can install later for him to make sure that's not damaged, so it doesn't need any maintenance. In the examination of the arm, you will see, due to the feedback, there is small, slight little burns at the top where the shoulder is, where the arm connects on the left side.
Ooh. I'm going to, I'm gonna place my hands in between his shoulders, and I'm going to use my healing hands.
Okay. You feel you feel the tingly, burny sensation ease off.
He gains back 4 hit points. As I kind of try to use my magic to repair those burns a little.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to do?
Nope.
Just
Note
a quick
yourself,
check.
don't try to do that again.
My thing specifically has to do in the evening. So
Okay,
when
that's
we
fine.
all decide to not leave the camp.
As I finish up with Bergai, I'm just gonna kind of look towards everybody else. Did you guys happen to find any of the ingredients I asked for?
Yeah, some here. Hands it.
You get handed enough to make about 5 large doses, which like each one of them would be like a day's worth type thing.
Okay. So who's okay with cooking? Because Bergai's down for tonight. And if
I could.
I've got to go make these potions, that way we have them. So I have to. It's going to take me probably the rest of the evening to get them all brewed out. So if somebody else is willing to take over dinner, then I can get started on those.
Averille said you'd take over, right?
Yeah, she's not most likely that good, but she can try.
Well, if you need any talks, I can help you from a distance.
Sounds good.
I might be able to help. I don't know, but I'll give it a try.
Before we get into the evening side of things, Raine, Thomsen, Adam, is there anything you are wanting to do?
Yeah, I want to ask Thomsen what the fuck he just did.
What do you mean what the fuck you just did?
The map.
Oh, that was me.
There's no ceilings. Oh, it's you. Okay.
Yeah, that was me. I put you to the upstairs where the beds are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I broke a window downstairs. We don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Like always, I'm on the roof.
But no.
As I say, just help out where we can with the creation of like food and stuff.
Okay. So at this point, you'll start the cooking and stuff, reaching towards evening for your meals. One of you's go to feed the horse. Anything you want to do as a group, talk about anything like that before going for watches?
Oh, that's a thing. I need to pray to my patron. So I'm gonna go do that.
Okay.
I'm never gonna get over that. I have one question.
I may
It's
have
just
an answer.
a general knowledge thing.
Okay.
About how long do you think it would take me to brew those 5 potions, elixirs?
What I want you to do is we're going to do another roll to see how fast and how strong you can make them. So again, it's intelligence plus 3 overall as of your proficiency.
Alright, I'm gonna use my second luck point to give myself advantage on it.
Okay.
Because I really want this to work. Wait.
Why was a D4 rolled? Oh, no, I was going to hide hands, right, yeah.
He's losing the plot.
$16.
That would eat. That would
So
be
that would
18,
be
right?
Yeah, that would be 18. Okay. You... In this, we'll say in the span of 2 hours, you could make all 5, and they'd be normal strength. Or you'd be able to make 3 extra carefully that are a stronger effect, that last longer.
Okay.
So it's up to you if you just want to make all 5 in the 2 hours, or 3 that are stronger.
How long's the string last again? Sorry, my dog was barking, so I couldn't hear.
So in the space of 2 hours, you can either make all 5 and they're just normal strength, like what you'd expect. Or you
How long would the normal strength last compared to the strong?
The normal one would last about 12 hours. The strong one would last 18.
No. 12, 24, 36 hours. Six. I think it's almost going to be better to make the 3 stronger ones.
Essentially, the stronger ones will last him the entire day from essentially waking up, going to sleep. The normal strength ones will last majority of the day until like just before needing to like the back end of travel, they will wear off.
Yeah, because we can travel for more than 12 hours a day.
Yep.
Essentially 5 days or 5 days with some early stopping, or 3 days without having to stop early.
Yes.
You're not far from the village of Cray, from what I can understand.
No, we're not, but
Which means we can pick up more supplies and you can make more.
that is true. Alright.
So better just make
Not
the
only
3.
that, when we stop, can look through and see if I can find any more.
With your horse and carriage, you are specifically just a little under 2 days away from Cray.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll stick with my my decision on the 3 larger ones.
Okay, so you make 3 stronger ones. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you're done with that, food's prepped, served.
Takes big old bite and just goes, it's so good. See, you did fine.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Dear me.
Anything anyone would like to do before?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to go pray.
Well, that was mighty rude of you.
No problem. I had do you know the Marvelous Creation Cadbury ones with it has like jelly and poppy and candy in it?
Yes.
Yeah, I had one of those and Coke.
Huh.
Nice.
Anyway, so I'm going to go pray to the patron and let her know that those imps can explode.
You go away, start praying to Lotus.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy and use Tremors. Believe him.
What?
So essentially, while you're in the midst of praying to Lotus Silverdew, your patron, Thomsen just starts making the ground underneath you tremor.
She's not an earth dragon. Right. Okay, I'm going to try to pray to her and inform her about what the kind of trap is in the imps. And see how well she takes it, I guess.
By the way, dips on the first watch.
Oh, okay.
Guess I'm not in bed yet. Got it.
Thing, we'll make sure not to end session now and get confused. We have
No
learned
more
from
ending
mistake.
sessions in the middle of watches.
Yeah, learn from mistake. So first of all, having the comment of she's not an Earth Dragon, you get disappointed that it didn't have a bigger effect on him, Thomsen. To start off with. Then, as you pray and inform Lotus of this, you feel the connection establish. And compared to before, where it was meant to be like a brief moment and you could just hear the voice, this time when you pray, you feel a sense of familiarity when all of a sudden you open your eyes and you're just surrounded by water. The water feels comforting though, as before you see a dragon. This dragon looks very familiar to you, with their blue scales, seahorse-like seaweed, like almost hair going down. Before you stands a Lotus Silverdew.
Oh,
I want to scream every time.
I didn't even hear that.
She wants to scream.
Okay.
I want to scream every time. I don't know why, but it does make me like super happy that character lives on.
Okay. You say I'm surrounded by water. How surrounded? Like, is it just like an open, empty space with like a couple feet of water around my ankles, or am I completely submerged in water?
You're completely submerged. Like, to everyone else, you're still just meditating, like, in the area. Like, there's nothing going on. This is like a you thing. Everywhere you look is just endless. You can't even see the concept of land.
Okay. The reason I asked was because I was going to kneel, but I can't if there's no ground to kneel on. So I'm just going to bow my head.
Raise your head, child.
Okay, I just tasted pepperoni in that burp.
Bro.
Anyway. Hello.
Give me more
I'm not used
details
to this.
about these imps.
Right. So I did a bit of investigating on. So obviously we found some dead imps. Which I think I'd already told you. I did some investigating and found that there were sigils inside of them that, when their bellies are sliced open, will open a portal to hell. But also that this magic can be triggered remotely.
This is worrying. It brings back memories, but there's no way she can be involved. Back where I grew up before I was as you see, there was a group that had corrupting magic that could be activated remotely. They were called the Cult of Tiamat, and it feels like she's involved, but she can't be. There's something more at play you must investigate further.
Okay. But I thought I should warn you in case imps show up, so you know not to just leave them lying around in the city. Even when you kill them. And also, probably don't stab them in the stomach.
I will inform Lady Mizukami. Mizukage, sorry, not Mizukami. Kami is things. Kage. I'm gonna make sure I get this pronunciation right because of fucking Trevor's thing.
Look, not my fault you named them so similarly. Well, I
you named it similar after me, I was here first. Fuck you. I will inform Lady Mizukage about this. She will do her best to keep on the lookout. Last we spoke, you mentioned a wizard heading south, a magician trickster. Did you find anything more about them?
This is the awkward part.
You have to tell her.
But I swore I wouldn't tell anyone, and it's either someone. Okay, I will tell her something. I did find out from my party that when they spoke to him, he mentioned he was heading to Mistland. We don't know if he was being truthful or not, but I mean, you know already. I found witnesses who had seen him heading south, so he could be arriving in Mistland at some point.
Or potentially even on our doorstep.
Yep. And I have reason to believe, although I have not confirmed this myself, that the magician may be a demon or devil or whatever these things are himself.
I wonder if the events of Lunaria have weakened the barrier for them. Right, I will pass all the information on. Keep watching, keep investigating.
I will.
Now I must sleep, my child.
Good night. I don't know what to do in this situation.
With that, you feel almost as all the water around you just rushes in towards your body. And as, like, it feels like it never ends, and just kind of like a brief splash in your face, and you open your eyes and you're just back where you were meditating.
And I'm wet. No, wait, no, I'm dry. Okay. Yeah, just gonna head back to camp, I guess.
Okay. Anything else anyone would like to do before watches take place?
Yes. How in an area, how big would people say they place the things? Because I need to know for the round for 20-foot cube.
What do you mean place the things? What's the thing?
How big is the camp?
Oh, right, okay.
I would say I would have put the tents in kind of a half circle, like 10 feet away from the fire. And the carriage is on the other side of where the tents are. If you think of it as a circle.
So can I put everything into the cube? So I put as much as I can into a 20-foot cube as I cast alarm.
Have they changed that to a cube thing now?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought it was still like a bit of string.
Alarm's never
Set an
been-
alarm against intrusion. Choose a door, a window, or an area within a range that is no longer larger than a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, it's always been like that. It's a string is one of the material components.
Alright, okay.
I think you're thinking of campaign 2 of Critical Role when Caleb would always use a string, right?
Yeah, like it was like if they get tripped, it triggers it.
Yeah.
And it would be the mental alarm, so I will be immediately awake.
Okay.
I just want to say to Mizukame, I'm like, so his arms are even more interesting now.
Yeah, you get a reply from Mizo. And slightly worrying and dangerous. That was a lot of electricity, and you know firsthand we don't mix well with electricity.
Yes, on top of that, it's using power when power shouldn't be used like that. But that's a future problem. Ugh.
You trying to seek balance in the boy?
He should already know that, but for some reason he seems to have lost a lot of his balance.
You are taking a deep interest in him. You are acting like you are trying to be a spiritual guide. What happened to all that stuff being too much effort, too much bother?
It still is, but that type of power, as you say, doesn't bode well for us.
You say it still is, but I think you're starting to come to terms with your responsibilities, Raine.
You would say that. She just kind of lays back and, like, ignores it.
With that, Raine, Mizo goes quiet, realizing you're going into your relaxing state. To ask the last person, because they haven't said they want to do anything, Thomsen, is there anything you want to do before watches start?
No.
Okay. So, the guy has said he wants to take the first watch no matter what. Is anyone taking it with him?
Fuck it.
Yes.
Fuck it. Oh, okay, you're taking it. Okay.
You could do a 3-person watch if you want.
I just realized something. I could cast it again and cover the whole camp. Because it's not a concentration spell.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do a 3-person watch?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
just
going to?
do it.
Okay.
No, he said, nah, you're all right. So,
Okay,
no, thanks.
I thought I had all right then. I was like, okay. Right. Everyone go. Just to clarify, who is taking second watch? Nobody? No second watch?
I suppose if no one else is going to do it, I'll do it.
Is anyone
Just to make sure
gonna be with
nothing
him?
happens.
You're right, we don't have to do this in groups of 2. Is anyone going to be with him? Take that as a no, so Raine will be taking second watch by himself. Do the party wish to have a third watch or not?
Averille would do a third watch.
Okay. Anyone volunteering to be on the third watch with Averille? Nope. Okay, so we've got a 2-man watch and 2 single-person watches. Got you. Okay. Starting off with Bergai and Nyla.
All right. While everybody is heading to bed, this is the point of where I'm slowly starting to pack up my alchemist supplies. As I'm kind of keeping an eye on everything. I'll take a look at your arms in a second. See if the last couple of hours have done anything. Since you haven't moved very much in the last couple of hours. How are you feeling from that?
I feel like I feel a little better. Left arm still feels a little sluggish. But I'm sure a night's rest will fix that. At least I hope.
Looking at your left arm, you will see that it is brightening up a little bit. Not back to where it was yet, but getting there.
As I finish clearing off my little table that all my alchemist supplies are on, I'm just gonna tap on it. Get up here.
So always present one and the other, go through the motions.
As I kind of take my tinker's tools and give everything another good look over.
You see the energy is slowly returning to normal. It is just going to take a bit of rest.
Bless you.
Raine sneezes from the tent.
I just kind of look up at Bergai. You do understand that that could have been a lot worse.
Yes. I will keep in mind to not overexert myself when I start feeling anything of the sort.
Good. Because the condition your arm went into was a dormant state.
I don't need it shutting down on me completely. I don't want to lose my arms a second time.
No. Especially ones of these statures. It wouldn't be easy to replicate them again.
Oh no, I am aware.
I'll do my best in maintaining them to my capabilities. But ultimately, you're doing most of the work, so try not to give us that scare again.
I will try to stay away from doing something stupid like that again. At least until the rest of me can somewhat keep up with all of this, and even then, not overexert it like I did today.
At least you are on that understanding.
Indeed. It was just invigorating to feel some of what I once had. It got the better of me in the moment.
And it does. Power does that to people. It's not like it's a bad thing or anything. Having that one moment of feeling like he can do anything.
Slap back.
You also have power that you have access to that's a lot stronger than most people's. Your power
Draconic
is
energy is not. Indeed, draconic energy is not to be underestimated, especially not that of demigods.
Just remember to take it slow. Let them grow with you. Understand your limits.
I'll have to get more used to that. I will do my best. Well,
That is all.
while you tinker on, I will just make sure nothing surprises us in the meantime. And she just essentially takes like the lay of the land to see if anything's around at all.
In response to your DM, like, that will probably take over the course of maybe weeks.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm completely okay with that. It was an idea that I meant to bring up last time, but I completely forgot because I've been tinkering on this little thing for a
That's right.
while now. But after I kind of scoot you off you scoot off my table, I pull out my tinker's tools and spread them across the table, and you see a little. What would you say? I have at least a wing, somewhat done by now.
Yeah, you'd have a wing.
You'll see me lay down a little clockwork dragon wing that has tiny little purple cores embedded in it.
A little project of yours.
Well, I can't get rusty on work.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, what's the end goal for this little dragon wing?
I want to make a little clockwork dragon. A little
That does
companion.
sound- Well, that does sound like a great way to use those hands of yours. I hope it turns out. I hope it turns out the way you want it to.
If I would stop breaking some of my axle points, it'd be fine. Sometimes even the most delicate of hands are no match for itty bitty baby parts.
Well, I
Roll me.
definitely doing better than me at that type of thing.
Nyla, roll me a dexterity check, please. Adding your proficiency modifier to it as well.
Okay, so this would be...
A +4 overall.
Okay, so we'll just do dexterity and then adding 2 to the roll.
Yes.
So that's a 17.
17? During your work,
Yes.
you get along quite smoothly, honestly. Parts that you've struggled with in the past seem a lot easier this time to assemble. And you almost enter a state of flow, almost. To the point where you essentially kind of blink almost and your watch is done.
I carefully wrap up all my stuff and set it back in my bag. All right, I feel like it's time for bed. Switch off. I was doing second watch again.
Raine, if I remember.
Pretty sure it was Raine.
Well, do you want to wake them or shall I?
I can wake Raine, it's not a problem. Well, actually, maybe you should wake Raine. Water and electricity doesn't go hand in hand.
Smart.
I was thinking more of the fact of, like, maybe best for a lass to go and wake up a lass.
That too.
That too, indeed.
Just do remember, Raine is female.
And Bergai will make his way over to his tent. Just go inside and get ready for bed.
I will gently wake up Raine. Wakey, wakey.
Good man.
It's time for your watch.
Sorry, I was eating. I have my full food.
You sleep, eat?
I was about to say, that's
yes. Raine's just like, that time already. She just gets up and grabs the one.
Smoothly. Our watch went smoothly.
Good. Glad to hear. Raine just kind of grabs her knots and gets ready.
But while they're talking, you just hear from the guy's tent as he's just out snoring.
Yeah, the two people that are most likely snoring have the tents next to each other.
Oh boy.
Right, yes, kind of walk out and head to take my position and just... yeah.
Okay. I'll give you an opportunity. Do you want to have a conversation with Mizu at all, or just do you watch?
Nothing out of the ordinary. It'd just be small chit chat.
Okay.
So would.
I want you to roll me a perception check.
The name?
Yeah.
Oh, it's suddenly dark outside.
I'm going to use one of my inspiration to reroll because we're not having that. Fuck's sake. Oh, that's not even any better.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You.
The dice said no. Wait, that's a persuasion check.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the second one's persuasion. That's not the right.
It's a +3 anyway.
Okay, well, we'll take it as perception. You think you hear something coming from the woods. As you kind of draw your attention to it, Mizu speaks up. That sounded like a little girl laughing.
Right, that's not good. 2 wee seconds there. I just need to check something.
By the way, I made sure that the alarm is not triggered by my group.
Okay.
Because I can designate creatures that don't alert.
trying to think if there's a way for me to do that and that. Because I'm not going to leave the post without, like, saying to someone in some way. I'm going to go towards it, but I'm going to stop by the tent that has Haiton in it before, and I'm just going to kind of lift something and throw it at him.
Bitch!
Just like a rock or something, just a wee small one. Just to hit you.
Then he looks to see if you actually threw it.
Just get hit by a rock. I'm just like, what the fuck? Right?
Gina just
Okay.
like holds a hand up and points sort of towards where she's going. She like vanishes from the entrance.
Huh, okay. At this point... she runs off. Okay, so I'm gonna get up and run to the entrance of my tent to see which direction she's running off to.
She's not, she's walking off. She's just
she's
at a
walking.
brisk walk.
Okay.
She is walking
At this point,
in towards the forest.
I'm going to summon Seraph and tell it to follow her at a distance and alert me if anything is going wrong.
Okay.
And I'm going to get changed and then continue the watch, I guess.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's your watch now. Okay. At this point,
She just lets like Sarah fly up and land on her shoulder.
using your passive perception, we're gonna do at this point. And I just need
It's not much
to-
better. It's 13, like.
Still, and I just need to check something on Mizu. Mizu does. Oh no, there we go. Passive at 10. Hey. As you get a little bit closer.
Voodoo Dragon has a passive perception of 15, by the way.
Okay, fair.
Since it's using its own. So I'm not looking for its eyes.
So the pseudo dragon has the highest perception among all the people present.
Yes. Remind me, it can't talk, can it? Because it's a familiar.
It can't talk to anyone but me. It can talk telepathically to me to alert me.
I cast speak with animals on it.
It's technically a fae.
Yeah.
For the duration, I can comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts, and I can use any of the influence action skills upon them. And most beasts have little to say about topics, but don't pertain to survivability or companionship. But I can be informed by it, at least.
It's not a beast. It's either a fae, fiend, or celestial.
It's a. The
Hang on,
pseudo
it's a
dragon
celestial?
it's a flavor on find familiar.
Hang on, is it a celestial? Did you just say?
It is either a fae, fiend, or celestial.
Can it speak celestial?
Understands common and draconic, but can't speak.
If it could speak celestial, I could communicate with it.
It can't speak at all. It
Yeah,
can only
that's fair.
speak into the mind of Haiton.
Fair.
So, with your passive perception of 13, you will hear a voice sounding that of a child. Hurry, get back. The passive of 15 from the pseudo dragon will be able to spy what looks like to be two little girls. Hoods are up though, but the size-wise, two little girls running further into the forest, trying to use the trees for cover.
And only the familiar sees this?
Only the familiar sees it. However, Raine hears them say, "We have to get back."
Okay, me and Raine have worked together before. So, she might understand the actions of this pseudo dragon. It is going to look into a direction and sort of outstretch its neck into the direction that it sees the girls.
Okay.
Between me and Mizu, I'm assuming we're going to figure that one out and follow along.
I would assume at this point, Mizu, knowing it can rely on its senses a bit for perception, would be looking up for you, keeping an eye on the pseudo dragon to then tell you the signals.
Well, it's the pseudo dragon's on my shoulder, Lemmy.
Is it on your shoulder? Sorry. Yeah. Then yeah. you would
I
see.
let it land.
Yeah. So you get an idea of the direction the girls are trying to run into.
I just follow along.
As you do, every time it feels like you're about to get a bit closer, another voice hears every now and then. We've messed up, he's following us. We need to lose him. He can't find them. We were told not to be spotted.
He. Have you know I'm a female, little girl? This point, hang on, where is it? Features and traits. Lumi, I am going to use my Ghostlight Medium Spirit Sense.
Okay.
I can sense any undead ethereal creatures within 60 feet.
I do not believe these count. I'm just going to double check.
Do they, if they're spirits or anything like that, they would count within it?
No, they are not.
So they're not spirits.
No, they are not spirits.
Are they undead? That's a better question.
No, they are not undead.
Okay, fair. In that case, I'm just going to keep following. Using the pseudo dragon to help me guide me.
At this point, I will. Cause the pseudo dragon's passive perception, with how long you've been following, and every now and then it just spot them running between tree to tree. The pseudo dragon will be able to see that one has bright blue skin, and the other one has bright red skin.
Well, I don't know that, so...
No, you don't. I'm saying the pseudo dragon spots that, which means Haiton will know that.
Well, that actually depends. At this point, would they have went beyond 100 feet from the camp?
No, not quite yet.
Okay, then yeah, I know that then.
Yeah.
If it passed that point, then that pseudo dragon has to fly back to tell me anything.
It will be getting close to that point, though. Like, the girls just keep trying to run. And for those in terms of the map, just so it's aware, so use dotted lines the road on the map, or when you're looking at Draconia. Took as camp just before the forest started. The direction that Raine's going in is more towards the northern east side of the forest, so not on the path, like deeper into the forest. You keep following, and You're hearing voices, like they're panicking at this point. We weren't meant to be spotted. We really messed up. They're gonna follow us all the way back home.
Can I speak out and say, I don't mean you use any harm, I'm just an adventurer traveling north?
You hear one voice kind of shout back. Do you really mean that? You're not gonna harm us?
I don't believe in
Elders Blast. I mean, what?
No, I was just curious why there was 2 little girls running through the woods at this time of night.
We smelt your food.
Would you like some? It's not the cooked food that you smelt, but it's something.
You hear the other voice. No, we shouldn't. We can't trust anyone, you know this. But he seems nice. He said he's not gonna harm us.
She.
Yeah, she, sorry. She seems nice. She said she's not gonna harm us. Okay. And slowly out from the shadows, 2 little girls approach you, both with hoods up. One a bit more nervous, holding on to like the sleeve of the other little girl in front of them. I forgot you were bald now. Wow, Shiro.
I mean, he's right, but I kind of take out some of like the food that we can eat on the road, not like, you know, the food obviously we cooked because that's back at the camp, and offer it towards them.
One in front, the little girl, kind of immediately like reaches out her arms and stuff like, are you sure it's okay?
I just kind of say I insist that you do.
She takes it from you and immediately like takes what you've given her and just immediately halves it and gives it to the other little girl. And just like, here, see, she's nice.
What are you doing out at this time of night in the middle of the forest?
We were exploring. We smelt some food, and we really should be going home. Like, we stayed out too late. The more confident girl.
I want to make them. I want to like make sure they get him, but at the same time, I'm like, I know that they were running away because they weren't meant to be followed.
Whatever your character would do here.
I know, that's the problem. I'm in the dilemma. She just looks around and goes, are you far from home? Will you make it home safely?
We would make it home safe, yeah.
Okay.
We were more curious. We're not allowed to leave home, really.
Why are you not allowed to leave home?
We were told it's because of how we look.
I kind of like pulled out my own skin and kind of look at it, and because it's like a shade of blue. Because of your skin color, or
No, it's because, and you see like the girl that was in front, the more confident one, go to reach up for the hood, and as they grab the hood, the nervous one kind of grabs the hand like, no, we were told never to show. She's nice. She's not going to tell on us. If we show you why, you promise to say you won't see us. You won't come looking further in, right? You don't want to put the others in trouble.
if you were told not to show and to keep it worried, you should keep your hood up. Even if it is a nice person asking. I won't pry further than that.
Okay.
So if I leave you to head on home, you are going to be fine getting there?
Yeah, we'll be able to get home. We'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I'm going to wait here for a while, and if anything happens, just you scream as loud as you need, and I will head towards you.
Okay. And
Now get your shots home.
they both turn. And the more nervous girl kind of gets in front, and their hoods are up, like they're wearing quite long cloaks to the point where you could only, like, up close you could only see like barely the face. You could see the color of the skin. When they're running away, you can barely see the feet as like it kind of reaches the back of the cloak to be raised to kind of take another step forward. Beyond that, their entire bodies are pretty much covered. And
I already have a pretty good idea.
almost like she's doing it deliberately. You see, just before the more confident one gets out of view, lift from the back of the cloak is a small tail. And it does not look like a dragon tail or anything. They do not look like Dragonborns.
They're not Dragonborn, says Wylemy. I keep to my word. I stand at the tree and just kind of wait.
You wait half an hour. You hear nothing.
I sort of give it about an hour before I start heading back.
Okay. You make your way back to camp. There is a Haiton there. You would have seen everything that transpired through, because it was just barely on the edge of 100 feet.
Yeah.
I kind of look at the pseudo-dragon as I walk back, and I'm like, into the camp, and I'm like, you already know then?
Yep.
I give the pseudo-dragon a wee scratch, and then it's like, let it fly back to him.
Better warning next time, and don't throw a rock in my face.
I wasn't aiming for your face. I mean, it's better than my lance, right? Or my sickle, or my staff. I mean, there's a lot of things I could have thrown at you. You just kind of like see her standing there with that like a stupid smile going.
Just let's see. I'm trying to think. Suddenly his weapon transforms into a dagger and he throws it at a tree and then it disappears and reappears back in his hand again as he desummons it and resummons it. Yeah, I can also throw things. Suddenly it transformed into a water whip.
She just kind of looks at you and goes, "Someday you will get my jokes, I swear." As she goes and kind of sits down by the campfire again.
They had strange tales.
If
And they were hungry.
If I was to hazard a guess, I would say tieflings in hiding.
Let's see. I have an idea. I'm going to look through our camp supplies, our party supplies. How much food do we have, and how much do we need?
Remind me, how many days worth did you get at Wyrm's Crossing? Was it enough for the travel?
I have no idea, because it was what do I call him? Soul that bought that. It's Bergai.
So how much did you buy? Because if he's looking for the party supplies, he's looking for everyone too, right?
He would have bought enough for the entire party to last them until Cray a return trip plus a little extra.
And you would have bought all of that before the cart, or buying it as you were traveling on foot. So essentially,
Yes.
you now have double the food.
Okay. So I can take some food out of it. Maybe about one.
And then obviously there's the extra food that you've got from the day saved from the mysterious arrival at Wyrm's Crossing.
That's great, because I was going to say I was going to take a day's food. So I'm going to take my day's saved food and put it in a bag and recast preserve so that it lasts another full duration, and hand it to the pseudo dragon, if it can carry it. I don't know how much it weighs. To the location that Raine parted ways with the girls.
Okay.
Just sort of leave it hanging on a low branch so it'd be easy for them to see as they're walking back.
Enough for them to reach, but not low enough that an animal can get to it, is what you mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Anything you'd like to do before your watch comes to an end?
No.
Okay. We come to the back end of your watch. It's time for you to pick up Averille for her to take third watch.
Yep.
I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I'll go wake up an Averille.
One of the two snoring sounds stops and she just, I'm awake.
Good, it's your turn.
Okay, thank you. And she gets out and sits down to keep watch.
Okay. Anything in particular you're doing during your watch?
Just to keep a lookout for wild animals or people.
Okay. Your watch goes by very uneventful.
Nice.
Sun starts to rise. Day starting to break. You can hear the sound of chirping birds. Wildlife itself waking up around you for its day.
Snoring stops. You're stretched from Bergai still just.
You will notice that your left arm is back to fully normal. Its energy flow is completely back to what it was.
Right, that's back to normal. And he'll just groggily stumble out of his tent. Morning.
Morning, easy. Averille is prepping to make breakfast. Oh, how's your arm?
Lately back to normal. Want some help?
Cool, then you cook.
Alright, and he'll take over cooking duties.
You will make note, as the person that's normally been cooking and dealing with the food. You will notice that your food supply is a little bit lower, and that's only because you're so used to being the one to handle it, and it seems lower than what it should be. You don't know if something's happened throughout the night for that reason, or if maybe the group effort of last night's cooking maybe consumed more than what you've...
Food was fun for but oh.
What's the issue?
Either someone used either you guys used a bit more food than usual last night, or someone's been taking a bit of the supplies. And he'll point out like a couple things missing here and there.
I did use a little bit more because I did not exactly know what I wanted to do, so it might be because of that.
That's very fair. Either way, we've got, well, more than enough after, since we have the carriage and everything to get to Cray and back again, so I'm not going to worry about it.
That's good. Should I wake up your mechanic, or do you want to do that?
People will wake up with time. I'll just put the coffee on.
I was going to say, I don't think either you should be waking up her.
And yeah, the guy's just going to put on the coffee and the tea. Just let that sort of simmer and the aroma fill up the camp of the food, coffee, and tea all together.
At least nothing came during the night into the camp.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Putting a cup of tea aside for himself, he'll just wait for the rest to wake up. Breakfast should be done around, I'd say, 10 minutes from now. It's just like this very, like, it's essentially a stew that's very easy on the stomach since everyone's just slept.
I think at this point I'm probably going to start waking up.
Okay.
Then I'm going to walk over to Raine's tent and just start hitting the side of it till I start hearing a noise. I'm not going to go in there just because I'm pretty sure Raine shares a tent with someone, so...
You.
Dude,
literally walked out of the tent and started talking to the side of you.
I thought it was the two men were together and the two girls were together and then the two snorers were together.
No, yeah, that's right.
That's how I thought it was.
No,
Yeah.
it was. It was.
Was that?
He was right.
So yeah, it's been it's Saul and Khaos that have shared a tent then. So yeah, so in that case,
AK, one of them sleeps always outside because they're more comfortable outside than in the tent. Or the tent is just used to store shit.
Oh, you know, the tent is just used for storage. They both sleep under the stars.
Yeah, Kitten and Raine share a tent.
Okay, so I'm just going to keep slapping the side of a tent until I hear a noise.
Yeah, Brian probably be up and be like, I'm sorry already, okay?
Get up, I need to talk
Raine,
to you.
as you're waking up, all you do is you see Nyla staring at the blueprints for Bergai's arms.
You really
She's
like
been
your
awake
work.
for a while. She's just been reading the blueprints.
Brian just kind of says, you really like your work. As she gets up and gets ready and walks out.
Yeah.
I can't even dignify that yet.
Right.
As I emerge from the tent, I am reading the blueprints as well.
Right. Okay. I'm with you, Haiton. What's up?
Right. So, should we tell the rest of the party what we saw last night?
I mean, they're probably trustworthy enough to tell. You're probably more better judge at trusting people than me.
They seem trustworthy enough. I mean, you heard what they said when Eric asked what would they do if they saw a tiefling?
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see if that holds true. Besides, I think I should probably explain why some of our food is gone.
You feel bad about it. Noted. No, I'm saying this to you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. Suppose we should tell them then.
Okay. Right. Okay, so 2 are currently over there with the food. 1's in there looking at paper, and...
I know, she walked out looking at them blueprints. I kind of point over to the left, and you just see Nyla walking out, walking with them, looking at blueprints.
I'm like walking straight towards Bergai, but my face is still in the blueprint.
I just look up at like the blueprints and just sort of go, "Morning, Nyla. Do you want coffee?"
Yes, please.
And they'll just fix her a cup of coffee.
Do I see Raine?
You will see a Raine. Raine's out of their tent.
I think I'll look over to Raine. Did we use yesterday a little bit more food for cooking? Because I think so.
That's my bad. Anyway,
Okay.
We'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
Here's... You getting up, buddy?
I'm awake.
Right. Well... Fuck, I forgot her name. Raine saw something last night and then ran off after throwing a rock at me to wake me up so I can continue her watch. But I got to see everything through the eyes of my dragon. So anyway, time we tell you about it and also why the food's missing. It's only a day's worth of food.
I look up at the
for a guy
blueprint.
hearing this for the first time. Just been like, why is my food missing?
I think I will just. I thought I used more than we should. Okay.
Okay, so what's the food been used for, if I may so ask?
Well, Raine, why don't you tell him what you found last night?
Well, I heard almost a child's laugh coming from the forest.
Okay.
So I picked up the nearest thing I could find, fucked it at Haiton to wake him up, give him a signal that I was going into the forest, and went in. There I discovered 2 children that were adamant that they fucked up, that they had been spotted. So I shouted out to them and sort of calmed them down so that they could trust me. I give them a little bit of food. What do you call it?
A ration?
Yeah. They weren't normal children, to say the least. They were adamant that they wouldn't be spotted. That they weren't allowed out in order to protect their home and their own lives. And then Haiton, when we got back and had a little discussion of different things I could have thrown on them, like a lance, what do you call it? We decided to leave he decided to leave them a bit of food, which I fully support in that regard.
Yeah. If they seem to have it's
when
fine.
you say not normal children,
Sure.
They had one of them had bluish skin and had a tail, and it wasn't a dragon tail.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking
A hybrid?
I wonder if it's about to say, I wonder if those tieflings Eric told us about.
I have a funny
Oh, yeah,
feeling
he did.
it was a tiefling.
They
Did they
didn't-
look healthy?
At one point, I seen through Sarah's eyes. One of them went to pull down its hood, and the other stopped it because they weren't allowed to.
Right.
Which would
Well,
make me
Eric
think
did
that they
say-
probably have horns or something, which, according to Eric, is kind of what
Right.
they would.
Yeah, and Eric did say that tieflings were at one point hunted down. So it makes sense that they keep to themselves and would not want to be found.
Hence, I left them a day's food.
Yeah, that's fine. Did they
fully
look
support
healthy?
that. That's not a problem.
Did
They
they look
seem like-
healthy?
They look
Yeah, that's a good question,
They look pretty healthy. Just
Okay. They were just
like they just had
seemed
the
like
appetite like
average kids.
children, like almost like bottomless pit, like smell food, want food.
Well, I will say this. If they were tieflings, they seem to just be like everyone else. Just wanting food for survival and living the best of their lives. In hiding, which can be a bit of a sad existence. Though I can understand wanting to keep to oneself. I did so myself as a child, so it's not a problem.
They needed
You
food
said
and
they
we
were
had it.
children?
What's that?
You said they were children? As
little
Nyla is
girls.
looking up from the blueprints.
It's
Did
what
you
Haiton
ask them
said.
if they had families? Were they safe? Did they have a place?
They apparently had a home, yes. They were heading that direction. They promised me they could get home without anybody with them. They were adamant that nobody find it, so I hid in the forest and said if anything happened, just to scream as loud as they could, and I would head to them.
Well, it would seem it's just best to leave them alone then. Leave the tieflings
Maybe we're
alone.
gonna see them in the future again, but at the current moment, yeah.
For now, let's just let them be, live their life. Don't want to scare any of them. After all, they did seem friendly. From what I can gather, at least.
Well, I'm glad y'all did a good thing.
At this point, almost like it was perfectly aimed, a small paper airplane kind of brushes past those with their backs to the forest, and almost with it being like controlled almost by magic, the plane kind of flies around a bit and just skirts its way in front of Raine.
I kind of catch it gently and
It's on the floor in front of you, like it's landed in front of you.
I lift it gently and unwrap it.
Imagine that's for you.
You see a letter that says, "Thank you, lady. We made it home safe. We also found your food. Our protector has told us you are nice people and we can trust you. But please do not come looking for us until our protector tells you it's safe."
I kind of just like sort of let Mizu come out and like visible and like come up like almost as a serpent around me at the back, looking towards the forest. and what do you call it? Just circle around and go back in, and I kind of hand the letter to Haiton for them. Sort of head to sit down and lift food.
Well, this seemed to be doing well enough.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, it's where we're going to end today's session.